Imagine writing a song, designing artwork, or generating business idea all with the help of AI. And that's generative AI or GenAI, a field where machines don't just analyze data. They create new things such as text, images, videos, and even code. Welcome to this course on generative AI. This course is divided into 5 modules. We'll be starting with module 1, which is Introduction to Generative AI, which includes understanding Gen AI definition, differences from traditional AI, evolution, key application, opportunities, and even ethical considerations like bias and IP. Then we'll move on to module 2, which has multimodal generation pipeline, generating text stories, images, runnable Python code, and even audio narration using ChatGPT, Leonardo AI, and even Play HT will also include some other tools. This module also includes chain modalities, which is text, image, code, and voice for creative prototypes like games or content. Then we'll move on to module 3, which is advanced prompt engineering. This has evolved basic prompts into role-based, few shots, and also tweaked versions for engaging and precise outputs. It also includes applying techniques like audience context, examples, iteration to boost quality for reports or social posts. Then we'll move on to module 4, which is research to publish workflow, which includes research trends with perplexity.ai, format content for LinkedIn, YouTube, and create thumbnails in Canva Magic Studio. It also includes fast check claims and repurpose insights into professional assets like scripts and posts. Then finally, we'll go on to module 5 for data analysis and automation, which includes uploading CSVs to ChatGPT for insights, chats, and execution reports. No coding required. It also includes tease automations with N8N for data to alert pipelines tying into analytics storytelling. Hope I made myself clear with the above context. Now, before we dive into technical details, here's something genuinely exciting for everyone serious about building the next generative of AI products. The Applied Agentic AI System Design and Impact program in collaboration with Microsoft and Simplilearn is a 10-week practitioner-level experience designed for professionals who want to move beyond basic generative AI and start designing, orchestrating, and leading agentic AI systems. You'll gain hands-on expertise in multi-agent systems, RAG, MCP planning frameworks, workflow automation, and agentic UX while working with 25+ industry tools like LangChain, AutoGen, CrewAI, N8N, LangGraph, Azure, and more. Learning is deeply practical. With 40+ demos, 10+ guided projects, 7 real-world projects, and also a capstone focused on project strategy, delivered through live interactive session, mentoring, and also cohort-based collaboration, the program also offers career support via Job Assistant, Microsoft Learn badges, and a joint completion certificate from Microsoft and Simplilearn. If you're aiming to build autonomous AI system, lead AI-driven product strategy, and also stand out in the fast-growing market, this program isn't just an upgrade, it's your launchpad. Enroll now and step into the future of agentic AI with confidence. The link is given in the description box and in the comment section below. Enroll now. Before we begin, here's a quick question. What is the main role of generative AI? Is it to create content, store data, run servers, or monitor systems? Let us know your answers in the comment section below. Let's begin by understanding the definition and the difference. Traditional artificial intelligence mainly focuses on identifying patterns, analyzing data, or making predictions. For example, if you can classify emails as spam and not spam, or recommend products based on your user behavior. However, generative AI goes a step further. Instead of just analyzing data, it actually generates new content such as text, images, music, or code by learning patterns from existing data. In simple terms, traditional AI answers questions, while generative AI creates something new. Now, if you look at the evolution of generative AI, it has grown tremendously over the years. Initially, AI relied on a basic neural networks that could perform limited tasks. As research progressed, more advanced models were developed such as transformer-based models like GPT, which improved language understanding and text generation. Later, diffusion models used in tools like DALL-E and also Midjourney made it possible to generate high realistic images and create visuals. Because of these advancements, generative AI has now become a powerful creative and problem-solving technology. Moving on to the application, generative AI is widely used across industries today. In business, it helps generate ideas, automate customer support through chatbots, and also assist in content creation. In education, it enables personalized learning experience by adapting lessons according to students' needs. In entertainment, it is used to create AI-generated art, music, and even game environment, making creative production faster and more accessible. Finally, it is important to talk about the opportunities and ethics. Generative AI opens doors to innovation, creativity, and productivity. However, it must be used responsibly. This includes verifying the accuracy of generated information, ensuring fairness and avoiding bias, and respecting copyrights and intellectual property. Responsible use ensures that generative AI benefits society while minimizing risks. Now that we know what generative AI is and why it's powerful, let's start with building things with it. Next, we will build a complete creative pipeline using GenAI, starting from a simple data and ending it with a narrated code. This shows how AI handles text, images, code, and voice seamlessly. Here I'll be using tools like ChatGPT, Leonardo AI. I'll also be using Google Flow. And for the voice generation part, I'll be using 11 Labs. The first step is text generation. Now you can just open ChatGPT, which I think everyone knows about it. Now this is the interface. As we all know that this creates a new chat. Our previous chat, you can search it up here. We have images, apps, codecs. A separate tool for coding is also present inbuilt in ChatGPT. So let's go back and let's start a new text box. And let's say I want to create a short story on astronauts discovering ancient alien artifact. So I need a 200 word, write a 200 word short story about lone astronaut discovering an ancient alien artifact on Mars. I will also ask it to include a vivid scene. So include a vivid scene description. So let's wait for the story outline or the story itself for 200 word. Now, as you can see, we have a 200 word story on how an alien is discovering in Mars. So this is the storyline. Now, what we can do with this storyline? We can create a blog. Now let's refine the same storyline. I'll ask it to create a blog outline from scratch from the above story with intro and 3 key scenes. And also let's add a conclusion. Now this will be easy for us to copy and paste for our blog. So let's see what the output gonna be. So here you can see we have a blog outline and we have a key scenes, 3 of them, and conclusion. There should be also an intro, which is introduction. See how the specific prompts yield structured creative text. This is LLM power in action. Now each scene can be converted into a video. So for that, we'll use Google Flow or you can use Leonardo.ai. I'll be showing both. So for Leonardo, just type in Leonardo.ai, open it, and here it is similar. You can start for free. Initially, you will have some points. So you can just sign up and continue with Google. Now, after signing in, you'll see your names, your credits. I have currently 5 credits. You can also check in to claim 2 more credits. Obviously, there is a offer price also that you can pay and use it for lifelong. Now, as we all know, we have key scenes, right? So here, description of Mars environment, rust-colored plains, jagged rock formation, and dusty amber sky. So I'm just copying one of the key scenes and pasting it in Leonardo so that we'll get a image for it. There's image and video. So first let's create an image, which is, as you can see, we have 4 credits for image. So let's create and see. So it might take some time. Now let's take care of the video part. I'll be using Google Flow since there are no credits. Now this is the interface of Google Flow. By the time image is created, let's move on to the video part. So you just click on create with flow And here you can see new project, and you can just click on the new project, and here you get text to video, frames to video, ingredients to video, and create with image. I'm going to use the same key scenes to create a video. Let's see how the generated video turns out. Now checking on the photo, you can see here they have generated a moon-like structured image which you can download, or you can reprompt, paint, remove background, etc. You can crop and adjust to however you want. Or else you can go and create similar image, which is it'll give you another version of the same image. Now that was Polo.ai creating images. The major one which most of the people use is Leonardo. So let's give the same prompt and see how it'll create this image. So our video is ready for Google Flow. Let's check it out. So as you can see with the audio, the video will be there. So let me show you. This is the image that we have received. Now moving on to Leonardo, again it will require a basic sign in. So after signing in, we'll take a look at the interface. So just click on I agree and go. So there are samples that you can use it also. So here there is typo prompt. Let's give this image and let's create one image and one video. Let's see what the result will be. It'll take some time to generate. And here you can custom it according to the frames that you want or number of images that to be created, etc. Now here you go. There is an image that is created. Now we have a story, a storyline, images and videos all within few minutes. AI will turn the world into visuals, no skills required. For more realistic or tweak prompts for styles like cyberpunk or realistic compared to Midjourney, which is also another generation app of photos or even videos. We went from a storyline which we didn't have, we created a storyline. From there, we created key points, key scenes for our blog. In our blog, we can include these images or videos to make it creative. All these under few minutes. Next, I'll give you a sample of code generation. Let's go back to ChatGPT and create a new chat. And we'll use the same storyline that it has given us. I'm just copying the storyline that it has given us to another chat and giving it a prompt where I say turn this story, and I'm going to paste the entire story. I'm going to turn it into a full 10-line Python script that will print the story with random glitch effects. Like for example, we'll give it reversing words, changing colors, etc. Now let's generate this code. So here you go. You can just copy and paste it in VS Code or any other Python running program is fine. So since I have VS Code, you can just open the VS Code. Let's create a new file. And we already have it here. I'm just going to paste it. Now let's run this code. And as you can see, we have an entire story with some of the glitches, some color changing, some of the hidden question mark symbols. GenAI writes runnable code from prose perfect for prototypes. So now the coding part, will get into it deeper. Now let's move on to the audio narration part. Here I'll be using 11 Labs. Now how do you open 11 Labs? Just type in 11 Labs and there'll be a link to it. Initially you will have a free trial and then you have to obviously pay for it. And let's just sign up. Here this will be the interface of 11 Labs. As you can see, we have home, some of the voices, text to speech generation, voice changer, voice isolator, sound effects, music, etc. We have also a studio. We can create a voice or use the existing voices. So firstly, we can use the ones which are there in your library. We can explore accents.
तुम्हें तो हर चीज का जवाब आता है भाई, जैसे गूगल हो.
So these are the different kinds of voices. So you can go through it and select which one works for your script. So let's just say I want to preview this.
असल में इस शहर की सड़कें भी क्या चीज हैं? हर मोड़.
So these are Indian accents. Let's go with UK accents. So just type in UK accents. Here you'll get a results. So just check with the voice.
Greetings. I have a pleasant and reliable British voice.
Check a couple of them which works for your story.
A calm, approachable British voice for documentary explain.
All you have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to you.
I think this works for story narration. So let's just add it. Where it'll have a starter price. So the free versions won't have money symbol here. So cross check.
Hey,
Cheerful neighborhood is a symphony of.
So let's just use this one. Add it to your library. And once done, just go back. Go with my voices. And you'll have two of them. Just click on it. And check the details. If that is good to go, click on text to speech. And for trial, let me just put in, hi, welcome to this Generative AI Full Course. And I'm using Raj as a professional Indian English person. So let's see how it'll generate it.
Happy hearts. A cheerful neighbor.
Oh, this is not the one. Let's just create regenerate speech.
Hi, welcome to this Generative AI Full Course. Hi, welcome to this Generative AI Full Course.
This sounds exactly like an Indian trying to explain. Now let's just paste our story here and change the voice. Go to my voices and whatever voice that we have selected, just click on it and it will be added. You can also control the speed, stability and similarity. I'm a little bit lowering the voice because I need it in a low pace. And just click on generate speech.
The wind on Mars never truly howled, but it whispered, thin, dry, and relentless, against astronaut Elian Rao's suit as she trekked across the rust-coloured plains. The sky above her shimmered in a dusty amber haze, the sun a pale coin struggling through the atmosphere, jagged rock formations stretched like the broken teeth of a long-dead giant, casting sharp shadows across the barren land. Her oxygen monitor clicked steadily, the only companion to her heartbeat echoing inside her helmet. Elian had been mapping an uncharted canyon when her scanner pulsed with an anomaly. Half buried beneath crimson sand, something glimmered.
So this is a gist of how you can create a story, and then we can create an ebook related to this or have a speech over, voice over, etc. You'll also have an option of downloading it in a MP3 version, so you can use it in your editing tools seamlessly. Voice AI adds polish, expert for podcasts or videos, experiment with accents or emotions. Now let's reallocate what have we studied today. So first we created a story text, then we have created an image or a video, whichever is useful for you according to your workflow. Then we have successfully run a code based on the same storyline and also added an audio clip. This workflow, which is text to image to code to voice, powers real apps like automated content or games. Try your own story at home. Prompts are your AI remote control. Basic ones gives okay results, but structured ones deliver pro content. We'll all evolve a climate summary step by step. Now our goal will be is to see clarity, tone, example in action. So for the starting, let's write a basic 100-word summary of climate change. So let's give a basic prompt, which usually people do it, which is write a 100-word story, let's say summary of climatic change, and hit it. And the output will be often dry, facts, and also generic tone. It works but lacks punch. Who is it for? Word limit helps the structure, yet no personality. It is also a bland version. Now let's compare it to giving a better prompt statements. Now let's add a profession to it. Let's say you are an environment journalist and continue with the same. Write a 100-word summary of climate change for school students. Write a 100-word summary for school students. Let's also make sure to use simple words and also add 2 fun facts. End with a kid-friendly action. So let's mention the above points also, which is use simple words since it's for students. Add 2 fun facts. And finally, end with kid-friendly action. Now let's take a look at the output. Now let's take a look at both the previous one. It says the climate change refers to a long-term shifts in global temperatures and weather patterns, mainly caused by human activities such as burning fossil fuels, deforestation, and industrial emission. These activities increase greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane, trapping heat in the Earth's atmosphere. It's very normal, very generic. Now coming on to after our prompt engineering, a little bit of tweaks is done to the prompt. Here we have climate change means the earth is getting warmer and the weather is changing. This happens mostly because people burn fuel like coal, oil and gas, which releases heat trapping gases. Warmer temperature cause melting ice, raising sea levels and cause stronger storms or droughts. Here's fun fact number 1, which is polar bears depends on sea ice to travel and hunt for food. Here's fact number 2, which is trees help cool the earth by absorbing carbon dioxide and giving us oxygen. Climate change can affect animal, plants, and people around the world. You can help by saving electricity, planting trees, and reminding friends to reduce, reuse, and recycle daily. Now, the new output is engaging, audience specific, and also actionable. Now, what did we do here? We have created a role, which is the expertise, a context, which is audience or style. This alone doubles the quality of the answers that we are getting from any kind of LLMs. Now let's consider another example. Let's say I need a short and snappy sentence about renewable energy. Let's give the prompt to see that. So let's say it to generate a short, snappy sentence about renewable energy. Again, the prompt will be just to generate a short, snappy sentence about renewable energy. So here the answer that the LLMS which has given is renewable energy is clean power from natural resources like sunlight, wind and water that never run out and help protect our planet. Now here the tweak will be adding an example. Now let's give this same kind of prompt but prior give an example to it. Now let's say I'll give an example on oceans. Let's say over 70% of the Earth ocean covers but are bearing fast, killing coral reefs. Acidic water hurts fish too. And what should be the fix also? I'm going to add it here. The fix is to cut plastic use and vote green. Now this is a sample of what kind of a snappy sentence that I want. Give this example. Now I'll say, now generate same short, same kind of short, snappy sentence for the topic. I'll add as above. And for the topic, what is the topic that before we have given? Renewable energy. So let's mention that. Now let's just generate it. Now here what is generated? Here renewable energy powers our world using sun, wind and water, clean sources that can never run out, but fossil fuel still dominates, causing population and climatic damage. What is the fix for this? Save electricity, support clean energy and choose eco-friendly option. Now comparing these both, which is the example 1 without an example and the example 2 with an example, the output will match the output that we have given, that is punchy, consistent. Few short prompts teach by example, no training needed. So if you are confused about how to do prompt engineering, how to make it clear for the LLM models, just add an example and it will pick it from there. Now here are few tweaks that you can try it out. The first one is creativity. Make it story-like with a hero character. Just add what kind of a output you are expecting from the GPT or any other LLM model. The second one you should consider is precision. For precision, you can add sentences like add 3 latest IPCC stats, cite sources. So here, this gives a precision to the LLM model of what level of precision it needs to be shown in the given output. The third one is brevity. You can add sentences like rewrite in 50 words or in bullet points only. This adds to the prompt engineering part and gives a clear vision of what kind of output you need. Let's say, for example, if I want to explain a concept to the students in a story-like format with a hero character, let's say create a essay. Let's specify the age of the students here also. For the students of grade 3 on the topic, let's say photosynthesis. Now here the two clarities that I've given is, one is grade 3 and the topic is photosynthesis. Let's add to this. Let's say make it story-like with a hero character and also the number of words, which is the word count, close to 200. Now, what are the clarity that I've given here? Again, grade 3 students, I am giving a precision of the age of the students that this essay is going to be read, the topic, a story-like approach, and also the number of words. So let's create it and see the precision level and the prompt engineering level. It has generated 2 responses. It happens sometimes in ChatGPT. And here, ChatGPT has given photos also. So let's see both of them, and whichever version is good for your purpose, you can just use them. So here, once upon a time, a bright green garden, it starts, and definitely there will be a hero of the story, and it ends with plants are 2 heroes quietly working to keep our planet happy and healthy, with some images that you can use it. From basic facts to vivid, precise summaries, prompts shape tone, length, and creativity. Tweak a prompt on your topic and let me know how it goes in the comment section below. Now, prompting doesn't only consider the chat version of it. Now, if you go to any video generation also, there is prompt engineering involved in this. Now, again, I'm going to use Google Flow for this. Here's a 5-part rule for prompting for video generation. The 5 components in that first components are, the first one is subject. Clearly define what or who is there in the scene. Be specific about appearance, characteristics, and any important details. For example, a golden retriever puppy rather than just a dog. Second that you have to clearly mention is the action. Describe what's happening and the type of moment. This is crucial for video since motion is what disguises from images. For example, running through tall grasses, slowly turning face to the camera, leaves falling gently. The third thing is environment. Set the scene with context about location, time of the day, weather, and also atmosphere. This grounds your video. For example, in a sunlit forest clearing at dawn. Or you can also consider on a bustling Tokyo street at night with neon lights. The fourth is the style. Specific for visual aesthetic, mood, or even cinematic quality you want. This could reference film types, artistic styles, or even lighting. Cinematic warm color grading or Studio Ghibli animation style, or you can also mention documentary footage aesthetic. The fifth one, and according to me, this is the most important one, is camera work. Define camera movement and framing to control the viewer's perspective. For example, slow dolly forward, aerial drone shot descending, handed flowing shot, or even static wide angle. A complete prompt might look like a golden retriever puppy, that's our subject, and the next part is running and jumping playfully, that's the action part, and through a sunlit meadow with wildflowers, that's the environment that I'm setting, and in a warm cinematic style with shallow depth of field, that is the style. And the final part is captured with a tracing shot that follows alongside the puppy, which is the camera work. So let's generate this and see how the video turns out. So firstly, subject, a golden retriever puppy, this will be our subject. And what will be the next action part? Running and playing, running and jumping playfully. This is the action part. Next we'll go towards the environment. What should be the environment? Through a sunlit meadows with wildflowers. Now we have set the environment. Now let's set the style. In a warm, cinematic style with shallow depth of the field. Now this is the style, and lastly let's add a camera angle to it. Captured with a tracing shot. Now I'm going to give a tracing shot that follows alongside the puppy. This is the camera work that I'm giving. Now again, there are multiple versions. See which one is better for you. Let me create a landscape version and number of prompts and VO 3.3. This is beta audio, etc. So let's just create it. Now let's take a look at the output. Now when you look at this video, it doesn't feel like AI has generated this video. It feels so realistic. Some platforms have specific preferences or additional parameters. So go through every kind of possibility and choose the right option for you. Which video generation tool are you planning to use? Let me know in the comment section below. Now moving on to the next part, which is research. Research used to take hours. Now generative AI condenses it to minutes. Plus formats for LinkedIn or YouTube will research 2026 GenAI trends and build a post-ready assets. Here the tools that I'll be using is Perplexity.ai for research, ChatGPT for content, Canva Magic Studio for thumbnails, which is free, and also Bing Chat for fact check. So let's get started. First, you can open Perplexity.ai, which has a free version and a paid version. You'll be getting the paid version for free if you have a Airtel SIM card. So it's pretty much easy for that part. Let's give a topic. First, let me introduce you to Perplexity.ai. This is the interface, and here it's similar to ChatGPT. You have your previous ones, you have your history, you have some discovery part where you can go through the information of today's world. You can create spaces for each topic. You have financial details here, which includes crypto, earnings predictions, etc., and some more travel, academic, forts related one. Now coming to prompting. Here there are different models that you can choose from, which is Sonar, Gemini 3 Flash, Pro, etc. Now the unique part about Perplexity is it has multiple kind of information to give. Now if you give deep research, it will take on all the websites in Google and research about the topic and give us a fact check. Or else you can upload files. There is a different terminal for that. You can add files from your cloud, connect and resource. You can connect your Gmail so that you can automate few things from here. You can create files app, and it is more number of information. For researchers, it's very useful. Now I'll be starting with top 3 trends in generative AI for this year, which is 2026. Now I'm going to give it deep research so I get to know all the in-depth researches about this. Again, it will take some time to go through all the links and images that is present on the internet. Now, as you can see here, it is generating the output. This will be an in-depth research. So as you can see, all the 3 points has clearly mentioned what's happening, why it matters, and if you're learning or building to focus on results. So let's just copy this, put it into ChatGPT to refine the research that we have found. So go to ChatGPT, paste the information. Let's say ChatGPT to format this as a professional, format the above information as a professional bullet report, which is 3 trends, 1 sentence each. I also need the key impacts and sources. And let's give this prompt. Perplexity here cites sources, whereas ChatGPT polishes. This combo is credible for summaries. Now, as you can see, it has concised it into key impacts and sources for each trend. So there's a summary. Let's go through the summary. First, the trend one is agentic AI and multi-agent system become the default. And the second one is real-time, multimodal and generative media. And the third point is trustworthy, regulated and domain-specific generative AI. Now, how do you make use of this information? You can simply ask ChatGPT itself to turn the above information into a 200-word LinkedIn post. Let's start with hook question, followed by bullets, and then call to action. Also, I want 5 hashtags to be included. So let's just generate this. Now, as you can see, the final output is more engaging and professional. So you can just copy and paste this in your LinkedIn, just like that, without much information, much research that you have done. Now let's convert this script into a 90-second YouTube script with intro, hook, trend, breakdowns, and outro. I need an energetic tone for beginners. So again, let's copy this information and paste it for the video generation. Now again, I'm going to use Google Flow. Let's add a prompt. Let's say a person speaking the below things, and give this. Let's remove the hashtag since it's not required in a video, and let's specify a few things. Let's say energetic tone, professional, environment, and let me specify a person instead of that, a woman. So let's just give it. It will take some time. Now, since the video is getting done, let's move on to the thumbnail part. For that, we are going to use Canva. Now, after login to your Canva, you can see a magic creator here. Again, this is also works like a prompting part. And let's search for YouTube thumbnail. Templates, your designs, and it should be here. You can also create courses, resumes, etc. Just search YouTube thumbnail and you'll get the samples of this. So let's just say this is professional looking. So let's edit this and click on customize this template. Now here, what are the title? Top 10 generative AI. So let's give top 10 generative AI trends. And you can put your name here. I'll just edit it out. You can also add and edit as you wish to. Add some components also. So here you can add some elements, photos, music, videos, audios, however you want to. You can also add some of the shapes if you want to add some text also. So you can customize this as per. Now, how do you download this template? Share. and there'll be an option of download. Just click on download and what format do you want it to get downloaded, and then click on download. Shortly, your YouTube thumbnail will be ready. Now let's check on the video. So the video is ready. Let's play it.
Is generative AI about to replace simple chatbots and transform how businesses operate in 2026? Is generative AI about to replace simple...
An 8-second video. I forgot to create a 90-second one. You can create it using a scene builder. You can add multiple clips together and create an entire video to it. So here you can add the already created version of this, and drag and drop also works here. So just within few minutes, I have a video to post with the thumbnail covered just using AI. Now we researched about a topic, we got a block format, we got a video out of it, we got a script out of it, we got a thumbnail out of it. All within few minutes with the help of few AI tools. Now since the research part is done, let's move on to data sites. Data is idle without stories. AI analyzes, visualizes, narrates, and automates it all. We have all used a marketing lead, CSV to extract insights and a report. Now let's download a marketing report from Kaggle. You can use your data set if it's there in your company. Open it and let's see any data sets that will give us insights. So there is World University Student Survey, classification of skin diseases, etc. Let's see some insights that we can get. Heart disease. I think we can get some insights with this. So here are the data. We can just download it and go to ChatGPT. There's an option in ChatGPT to attach the files, which is photos and files. Just click on it and just click on the downloads that you have gotten, which is heart.csv. Attach it. Now you can tell ChatGPT to analyze this data, analyze the above data, and give me 3 insights. Visualize with charts and just click on go. So here they have given a short version of the heart data set, which has few of the columns such as age, sex, CP, test some cholesterol levels, SPPs, all the examination results. So it'll take some time for analyzing. So we have got a first graph, which is count and target. Distribution of heart disease, 1 and 0. These many people are having heart disease and these many people are not having heart disease. So in the age group, as you can see, heart diseases are most common in which age category. So here few people are having heart disease in 30s and few people are having it in their 70s and above, and more, I think it's 40 between 16, both are having equal amount of heart diseases. Now chest pain type and heart disease type. So chest pain type is 0, heart disease so many people are having and not having this many people. So I think if you get type 1, 2, 3, there are more chances of having heart disease rather than 0. 60 people in type 2 category of chest pain are more prone to heart diseases. And some of the key insights are: the first, high pressure of heart disease. The data set shows more patients with heart disease than without it. Around 54% of the individuals have heart disease, indicating the data set is slightly skewed toned towards affected patients. And what is site number 2? Age shows moderate association with heart disease. That is, heart disease cases appear more frequently in mid-aged and older individuals. More patients diagnosed fall between 45 to 65 years, as we saw in this graph. Next, we have insight 3, which is chest pain type strongly related to heart disease. We have certain chest pain, which is, as I told you, type 2 are strongly associated with the heart disease. These are the key insights. Now, what if you want to do a presentation on this? Again, go to Canva and type in, there is a option of magic. create Canva. Now click on presentation in Canva. Now this is the AI version of Canva. So you can copy and paste the insights that you have got. So let's just copy and say shift enter, create a PPT. Document space, create PPT on the above information. Now the same PPT creation mode is also applicable for Perplexity. So before that, it's asking what kind of a PPT presentation it is: minimalistic, playful, organic, geometric, modular, elegant, and digital. So let's go with minimalistic since it's a insights thing. The length is also 1 to 5 pages. So as you can see, it will generate an entire slide information. And if you want to make changes here, you can just cancel it out or add your information here and just create or generate design. So as you can see, an entire presentation is ready without even have to do the editing part, the information part, etc. You can just edit the presenter's name, and we have few of the slides here. 54% slide where the first key insight is there. Then we have age associated with heart disease. Then here we have the graph here, and then you can edit the graph to the original graph and tweak some changes here and there, so it's completely not AI generated. And we have chest pain classification and heart disease, as it's clearly mentioned that chest pain type 2 and chest pain type 0. And conclusions is also there where you can add insights or insights to improve predictive accuracy, etc. So the same thing, Perplexity.ai also creates slides. So let's look into that. So again, open a new chat and paste the information. Shift enter. Create a professional PPT to present regarding the insights of a heart disease prediction. This also will take some time to generate. Now, as you can see, the PPT is done. We have included an agenda slide, which we hadn't mentioned, the data distribution, 1, 2, and 3 of the insights with few of the maps, and all those things are here. It's not as good as Canva, but still a good way to start off. Again, you can just download this and edit it based on your requirements. Now we turned a CSV file, which we haven't even started cleaning the data, which was not required. When we gave it to ChatGPT, it gave us insights, including the graphs, etc. Those graphs were put into Canva and Perplexity to create a presentation. And you can also start a storytelling, ask it to give me a key points to explain during the presentation, all within few minutes. And that's the power of generative AI. Now, another major part of generative AI is automation tools. Here I'm going to use na10.io. So again, this is the interface. Just sign in. Now this is the interface of na10. So how do you automate the task workflow? And you can create a new one, new workspace. And again, AI is inbuilt here also. So you don't need to do much. Add a trigger. And there is a Gemini added to it. So just click on that, again prompt it. For example, there are so many things. Summarize emails with AI. Let's generate this. So it automatically gives the prompt also. If you want anything specific, again, use the prompting version to create the automation tools. Explain what you want to do actually. So here I've given create an automation that runs on Monday mornings. It reads my Gmail inbox from weekend, analyze them with GPT 4.1 mini to find action items and priorities, and emails, and email me a structured email using Gmail itself. So when you start that, the automation process starts. You don't even need to add the elements. Maximum that you need to do is to give your account details for it to start automating. So again, it will take some time for the automation. So as you can see, it has already started adding the elements with the workflow. So as you can see, the workflow has completed. You just need to zoom in and give the account details, add the missing details here, such as Gmail, the GPT versions, etc. So after that, your Gmail will get segregated and it will every day start giving you a report of prioritizing tasks. So generative AI is nowadays inbuilt in all kinds of softwares that you're using. For example, for VS Code, it is having inbuilt visions. Also, for if you're using Jupyter Python Notebook, there's inbuilt Gemini in that. Google Colab also has a Gemini feature inbuilt. So coding is not an issue anymore. The small mistakes that you do, it's auto-corrected by Gemini. We can automate tasks by automation using N8 and AI. Also, the content creation has become much more precise by the research models. The research papers, also the PPT presentations, creation of them is become much more easier. You have just built a complete Gen AI workflow from creative spark to data-driven stories and automation. Experiment with these tools daily to supercharge your content, analytics, and workflows. Thanks for joining. Drop your mini pitch projects in the comment section and keep creating. Also, do hit the like button and subscribe to Simplilearn to get more such content.